Welcome to the Oribooks, where we embark on transformative journeys through thought-provoking audiobooks that inspire, empower, and guide you toward a more fulfilling life. Whether you're looking to explore new perspectives on personal growth, financial freedom, or inner peace, Oribooks offers a space for deep reflection and actionable insights. Tune in, listen with intention, and let the words resonate with you as you unlock the potential within yourself. Introduction. Discovering financial fulfillment. In a world that constantly demands more time, more money, more possessions, it's easy to feel as though we are constantly chasing something just out of reach. Many of us work tirelessly day after day in hopes that financial success will lead to happiness, only to find ourselves trapped in a cycle of stress, exhaustion, and unfulfilled desires. The pressure to earn, spend, and accumulate can cloud our true understanding of what wealth truly means. But what if there was another way? Imagine reclaiming your money, not as a tool of endless pursuit, but as a tool of freedom, a resource to design a life that reflects your deepest values, priorities, and desires. This is not about achieving financial abundance for the sake of status or material gain. It's about using money as a means to live with purpose, intentionality, and joy. In this guide, we will explore the profound connection between money and life. You'll learn how to break free from the toxic grip of consumerism, redesign your financial habits, and align your spending with what truly matters. Through this journey, you'll discover that financial independence is not just about cutting costs or earning more. It's about creating a life where your financial choices empower you to live freely and authentically. This is a call to reclaim your money, and in doing so, reclaim your life. The true freedom you seek begins when you stop chasing wealth for the wrong reasons and instead allow money to become a powerful tool for crafting a life of fulfillment and purpose. Let's begin this transformative journey together, exploring how you can achieve both financial freedom and lasting happiness. Chapter 1. The Money-Life Connection. What does financial independence really mean to you? Most people think it's the ability to live without worrying about money, a life where financial decisions are no longer dictated by anxiety, scarcity, or the whims of consumer culture. But true financial independence isn't just about reaching a certain income or nest egg. It's about freedom, the freedom to choose how you live, how you spend your time, and how you align your financial choices with your most deeply held values. We live in a world that tells us that money is the measure of success. From the clothes we wear, to the cars we drive, to the houses we live in, society often reinforces the idea that our worth is reflected in our bank accounts. Yet we know that this pursuit of wealth, the constant chase for more, does not always bring fulfillment. In fact, it can do quite the opposite. As we accumulate, we often become more entangled in the very thing that is supposed to set us free. The truth is, financial independence isn't about how much we accumulate, but about how we align our finances with our sense of self and our deepest desires. True financial independence is not a destination, it's a state of mind. It's about realizing that your financial choices should serve your life, not the other way around. It's about being able to make choices not based on what you think you should want or do, but on what truly resonates with your soul. Imagine waking up each day knowing that you are in control of your finances, that they are not an endless source of stress or distraction, but instead a tool to create the life you want to live. We often talk about money in terms of dollars and cents, but its emotional toll is harder to quantify, and perhaps even more significant. The constant pressure to earn more, spend more, and keep up with societal expectations takes a hidden toll on our mental, emotional, and physical health. Anxiety, stress, guilt, and fear are all byproducts of an unhealthy relationship with money. And yet they are so deeply ingrained in our society that we rarely stop to question their existence. Money-related stress is not just a nuisance. It's a form of chronic emotional wear and tear. It affects our self-worth, influences our relationships, and over time, chips away at our overall sense of well-being. Research has shown that financial stress can lead to anxiety disorders, depression, and even physical ailments like high blood pressure and heart disease. When we constantly worry about how to make ends meet or how to keep up, we trade our emotional and physical health for the illusion of financial security. But what if we could redefine our relationship with money? What if we could shift from a mindset of scarcity and fear to one of abundance and trust? The first step is recognizing the emotional cost of our financial habits. This is not about avoiding money or rejecting its importance. Money is, after all, a tool that can provide security, comfort, and opportunities. It's about recognizing that when we let money control us, when we allow it to dictate our choices, our happiness, and our sense of worth, we lose control of our lives. It's time to break the cycle. When we acknowledge the emotional toll of money, we open ourselves to the possibility of healing that relationship. By learning to manage our finances with intention, aligning our financial choices with our values, and releasing the grip of unnecessary stress, we can find emotional freedom. This shift doesn't just free us from the constant weight of worry. It opens the door to living a life of deeper joy, fulfillment, and true peace of mind. Chapter 2. Understanding your financial reality. To transform your financial life, you must first understand where you stand. Without a clear picture of your current financial reality, it's impossible to know where to begin or how to move forward. Many people live paycheck to paycheck, or they rely on instinct and habits rather than intentional planning when it comes to their money. We often ignore the small leaks, the daily purchases, the subscriptions we forgot about, the lifestyle choices that we think are small but add up over time. Tracking your money flow is the first step in regaining control. It's not about tightening your belt or punishing yourself for past spending. It's about becoming fully aware of where your money is going and whether those places align with your life's priorities. Do your daily purchases reflect who you are or who you aspire to be? Are you spending on things that bring lasting value and happiness, or are you accumulating material possessions or experiences in an attempt to fill an emotional void? By tracking your income and expenses, you'll uncover patterns, perhaps habits that you've become numb to, or automatic behaviors you never questioned. Take a hard look at your bank statements, credit card bills, and receipts. Notice the recurring charges, the impulse buys, and the areas where you consistently overspend. But just as importantly, notice where you're underinvesting: your savings, your passions, your personal growth. This process is not about judgment, it's about discovery. As you track your money, ask yourself, what's truly important to me? Where do I want to invest my energy and resources? By understanding the flow of money in and out of your life, you can begin to see where to make intentional adjustments, redirecting funds to support your true values and priorities, while freeing yourself from unnecessary spending that doesn't serve your long-term vision. Now that you've gained a clearer picture of where your money is going, it's time to evaluate how much your work is truly worth. This is a profound question that goes beyond salary or hourly wage. It's about understanding the time and energy you exchange for money and whether that exchange is truly in alignment with your sense of purpose and fulfillment. Think about the hours you spend working. For most people, time is the most precious resource they have, yet it often gets traded for money in ways that don't fully reflect its value. We trade hours, days, and even years for an income that may not bring us joy, satisfaction, or purpose. The real value of your work isn't just the financial compensation you receive. It's the cost of the time and energy you pour into it. And this cost is not limited to your work hours. It also encompasses the emotional, physical, and mental toll of that work. Ask yourself, what is the true cost of this job or career? Does it leave you feeling drained, disconnected, or unfulfilled? Are you sacrificing your passions, relationships, and well-being for the sake of a paycheck? What would it take to realign your work with your core values so that each hour spent is an investment in something meaningful? Consider the opportunity to recalibrate your career choices. Could you work less, but with more intention? Could you trade in the pursuit of a higher paycheck for a pursuit of passion, creativity, or contribution to something that deeply resonates with you? True financial fulfillment comes not just from earning money, but from ensuring that the time and energy you exchange for it is spent in a way that nourishes your life, not detracts from it. When you begin to calculate the real value of your work, beyond the numbers on your paycheck, you empower yourself to make more conscious decisions about how you spend your time, how you earn your income, and how you balance your life. This clarity helps you start building a life that aligns with your deepest desires, rather than simply trading away your life for a wage. Chapter 3. Aligning money with values. In our modern world, we are constantly bombarded by messages that equate happiness with consumption. The next purchase, the next experience, the next upgrade, these things promise fulfillment, and we often chase them with the belief that they will bring lasting joy. But what if the relationship between spending and happiness is more nuanced than we've been led to believe? What if there is a point at which more money or more stuff actually diminishes our sense of fulfillment? The concept of the fulfillment curve helps us understand this delicate balance. It suggests that, initially, money and spending can provide real increases in happiness, especially when our basic needs are unmet. Having enough money to secure a comfortable home, access quality healthcare, enjoy good food, and pursue enriching experiences can bring a sense of relief and well-being. But as our income and possessions increase, the returns on that spending begin to diminish. The more we accumulate, the less meaningful each new acquisition becomes. At a certain point, the curve flattens, and additional spending no longer brings the same sense of fulfillment. In fact, it can lead to a sense of emptiness or dissatisfaction as we become caught in an endless pursuit of more. This is the trap of consumerism. We mistakenly believe that happiness is just one more purchase away, when in reality, true fulfillment lies in aligning our spending with what truly nourishes our lives. So, how do we find the point of enough? It begins with reflecting on what truly matters to us, what brings us joy, connection, and purpose. When we align our spending with our core values and passions, we stop chasing fleeting pleasure and start investing in experiences and possessions that provide lasting fulfillment. True abundance is not about accumulating more. It's about having enough to live a life that is rich in meaning and experience, rather than material excess. What really matters? This is the question at the heart of aligning your finances with your values. It requires deep self-reflection, looking beyond societal expectations, family pressures, and the cultural narratives that dictate what we should want. What truly matters to you? What brings you joy, peace, and fulfillment in a way that no amount of money can buy? To uncover what really matters, start by asking yourself a few fundamental questions. What would I do with my time if money weren't a concern? What relationships, experiences, or causes bring me the deepest sense of satisfaction? How do I want to be remembered, and what legacy do I want to leave behind? What gives me a sense of purpose, not just pleasure or distraction? When you begin to explore these questions, you'll start to see patterns, things that matter to you on a soul-deep level, beyond the surface-level desires that society often emphasizes. These could include your family, your community, your health, personal growth, creativity, or making a difference in the world. Whatever it is, it's essential to align your financial choices with these deeper priorities. For example, if you value time with family, you may choose to prioritize spending on experiences that bring your loved ones together, rather than accumulating material possessions that don't contribute to your sense of connection. If personal growth is your top priority, you might decide to invest in courses, books, or experiences that foster your development, rather than on things that offer momentary satisfaction but do little for your long-term happiness. When you align your finances with your values, you begin to experience a shift in your relationship with money. Money becomes less about filling an emotional void or keeping up with others, and more about a tool for enriching your life in ways that resonate with your true self. You are no longer at the mercy of consumer culture or societal pressures. You are empowered to make intentional decisions that honor who you are and what you truly care about. Chapter 4. Breaking the Cycle of Consumerism. We live in a world where success is often defined by how much we accumulate, how big our house is, how expensive our car is, how many possessions we own, and how lavish our lifestyle appears. We are conditioned to believe that the more we have, the more successful we are. This is the message we receive from media, advertising, and even from our social circles. Success, in this context, is a race, one that's constantly moving the goalposts. The more we accumulate, the more we are told we need to accumulate, until we're exhausted and chasing a moving target that never brings us peace. But what if success was not measured by the size of your bank account or the possessions you own? What if it were measured by how aligned you are with your values, how much time you spend doing things that bring you joy and fulfillment, and how deeply you contribute to the well-being of others? True success is not about accumulating wealth for the sake of social status or material gain. It's about living authentically, prioritizing what matters most to you, and using your resources, time, energy, and money to support your deeper purpose. Success in this context becomes a personal and deeply meaningful pursuit, not a societal comparison. Redefining success requires stepping away from the collective definition and creating your own. It's about examining your life, your goals, and your desires, and asking yourself, what does success mean to me? What would a successful life look like? One that truly reflects who I am and what I care about. How can I redefine success in a way that brings me peace and fulfillment, not just external approval? When you start to define success on your own terms, you break free from the toxic cycle of consumerism and societal pressure. You can begin to make choices that reflect your true self, not the version of yourself that is shaped by external forces. Your wealth becomes a tool for living a life of meaning, not a measure of how much you can amass. Breaking the cycle of consumerism begins with mindfulness. We are often on autopilot when it comes to spending, buying things because they're on sale, because we're bored, or because we feel we should. Advertising plays on our insecurities, offering products as solutions to problems we didn't even know we had. The constant bombardment of messages encourages us to spend mindlessly, as though accumulating more will somehow make us happier, more complete, or more successful. Mindful spending, however, invites us to pause and reflect before we make financial decisions. It encourages us to ask, is this purchase in alignment with my values and my long-term goals? Does this bring true value and fulfillment? Or is it a temporary fix for something deeper? What emotions or thoughts are driving this purchase? Could I invest this money in something more meaningful, something that aligns with my authentic desires? Mindfulness in spending is about being intentional and conscious of every financial decision. It's about cultivating awareness of your emotional triggers and patterns, so that you can break free from mindless consumption and start spending in ways that truly enrich your life. This doesn't mean denying yourself everything or living in a state of constant deprivation. It means being selective, focusing on what truly brings you joy and adds value to your life. When you spend mindfully, you stop chasing external markers of success and instead focus on what brings you peace, connection, and fulfillment. For example, you might decide to invest in experiences, such as traveling, taking a class, or spending quality time with loved ones, rather than material possessions that offer only temporary satisfaction. Or you might choose to support businesses and causes that align with your values, rather than buying into the endless cycle of mass consumerism. Mindful spending empowers you to take control of your financial choices. It allows you to stop being a passive participant in the consumer culture and instead become an active creator of your financial life. As you learn to make intentional choices, you begin to break free from the pressures of consumerism, and your money starts working for you in ways that align with your deeper desires. Chapter 5. Creating a Financial Roadmap to Freedom. Achieving financial independence is not a single event. It's a journey, a series of intentional choices that build upon each other over time. It's the act of taking control of your money, not letting it control you. While the path to financial freedom may look different for everyone, there are common steps that everyone can take to break free from financial stress and create a life of abundance. The first step is to reduce unnecessary expenses. This doesn't mean living in deprivation or cutting out everything that brings you joy. Rather, it means examining your spending habits and eliminating the things that don't align with your values or contribute to your long-term happiness. Look at your monthly expenses and ask yourself, what can I do without? What can I live without, or at least reduce? What do I have that I could let go of without sacrificing my quality of life? Start by eliminating things that add no real value to your life. Subscriptions you don't use, gadgets that sit unused in your home, or services you don't need. These small adjustments can make a significant difference in your financial picture. Next, you'll need to increase your savings. A strong savings habit is the foundation of financial independence. But saving isn't just about setting aside money for a rainy day. It's about creating a safety net that gives you freedom and security. By setting aside a percentage of your income regularly, you begin to build wealth and give yourself the financial cushion necessary for peace of mind. But savings alone won't get you to true financial independence. You must also create a sustainable income. Whether through your current career or new streams of passive income, finding ways to consistently generate revenue is essential. This could mean negotiating for a higher salary, starting a side business, or investing in income-generating assets. The key is to stop depending on just one source of income, and instead work towards creating multiple streams that offer stability and growth. Financial independence is a holistic goal. It's about aligning your spending, saving, and earning with your values and life purpose. By consciously reducing your expenses, increasing your savings, and building sustainable income, you begin to remove the chains that keep you bound to an unsatisfying financial life. Instead, you open the door to freedom. Freedom to live life on your own terms, not dictated by financial stress or societal expectations. While savings are important, true wealth is built through smart investments. Money sitting in a savings account will only grow at the rate of inflation, which means it's essentially losing value over time. To build lasting wealth, you must make your money work for you. This is where investing becomes a game changer. Investing isn't just for the rich, it's for anyone who wants to create long-term financial stability and freedom. But before you jump into the world of investments, it's important to understand that investing is not about taking risks for the sake of thrills. It's about strategically growing your wealth over time. The key is to invest in assets that align with your values, and that will bring long-term growth. Start by educating yourself about different types of investments. Stocks, bonds, real estate, and mutual funds are just a few options, each with its own level of risk and return. But don't stop there. Consider impact investing, where your money is put into companies or funds that support causes you care about, whether it's sustainability, education, healthcare, or social justice. Investing in alignment with your values can bring an added sense of purpose to your financial journey, knowing that your money is contributing to the greater good. Another powerful form of investing is in yourself, your education, your skills, and your personal growth. By continually learning and improving, you increase your earning potential, open up new opportunities, and ensure that you're constantly evolving in ways that support your financial independence. Whether it's taking a course, attending a workshop, or learning new skills that align with your passions, investing in your personal development is a powerful step toward financial freedom. Remember, building wealth takes time. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Investing in assets that compound over time, whether that's through the stock market, real estate, or other ventures, allows your money to grow and work for you. Over time, these investments will provide you with the financial independence you seek, giving you the freedom to design the life you want. Chapter 6. Living a purpose-driven life. We are often told that time is money, but what if this equation is flawed? What if instead, we saw money as a tool to create more of what truly matters? Time, connection, experiences, and growth. The relentless pursuit of financial gain can trick us into believing that time is expendable, that our worth is defined by how much we work, how much we earn, or how many hours we put in. But what if we flipped this narrative and began to view time as the most precious commodity of all? Time is the one resource we can never get back. Money, on the other hand, is fluid. It can be earned, spent, saved, or invested. But no matter how much wealth we accumulate, time is finite. As you start to reclaim your relationship with money, it's crucial to recognize that your time is yours to spend. The question is, how do you want to spend it? True fulfillment doesn't come from working long hours or chasing financial milestones. It comes from investing your time in what brings you joy, meaning, and connection. When we prioritize time over money, we begin to focus on what matters most. Time with loved ones, building meaningful relationships, and nurturing those we care about. Time for growth, engaging in learning, creativity, and self-improvement. Time for rest and reflection, recharging your body and mind to be present in the moment. Time for purpose, living a life that reflects your values and makes a positive impact on the world. By shifting the focus from money to time, we allow ourselves to design a life that is rich in experiences, not in possessions. The true wealth is in the moments we create and the connections we nurture, not the paycheck we receive or the material goods we accumulate. If time is truly the most valuable resource, then how we spend our time becomes critical. And for many of us, much of our time is spent working. So how do we redefine work in a way that supports a life of purpose and freedom? Traditional notions of work often equate it with earning money. We work because we need to make a living, and this need for financial stability often leads to a disconnect between what we do and why we do it. Work becomes a means to an end, a necessary evil to fund our lifestyles and survive. But what if work could be more than just a paycheck? What if it could be a vehicle for fulfillment, purpose, and impact? To live a purpose-driven life, we must begin to redefine work, not as something we do simply to earn money, but as an expression of our values, passions, and talents. This doesn't mean quitting your job or abandoning your career. Rather, it's about finding or creating work that aligns with who you truly are. It's about doing work that feels meaningful, work that contributes to your growth, to the well-being of others, and to the betterment of the world. Ask yourself, what makes me feel truly alive? What skills, talents, or passions do I want to share with the world? How can I use my work as a platform to make a positive impact? When work is aligned with your deeper purpose, it ceases to feel like a burden. Instead, it becomes an expression of your unique contributions. Whether you're helping others, creating something beautiful, or solving a problem, meaningful work provides a sense of accomplishment and fulfillment that money alone cannot provide. It gives your life a deeper sense of meaning because it's no longer just about surviving, but about thriving in ways that honor who you truly are. For some, this might mean transitioning to a career that better reflects their values. For others, it might involve turning a passion into a side business or integrating personal projects into their professional life. The key is to recognize that work is not just about a paycheck. It's about living a life that feels authentic, purposeful, and aligned with your deepest desires. Conclusion: a life of abundance and freedom. The pursuit of financial freedom is not simply about the accumulation of wealth. It is about reclaiming your life. It's about recognizing that true abundance comes not from how much we own, but from how much we value the life we've been given. Money is a tool, nothing more, nothing less. When used intentionally, it can help us create the life we desire, but when misused, it can become a source of stress, distraction, and discontent. The question, then, is not how much money we have, but how we choose to relate to it. Throughout this journey, we've explored the deep connection between money and life, the ways in which financial stress can weigh us down, and the ways in which financial freedom can unlock our potential to live authentically. We've examined how to break free from the cycle of consumerism and how to make intentional choices about spending, saving, and investing. But most importantly, we've reflected on how to align our financial habits with our deepest values so that we can live a life of purpose, meaning, and joy. A life of financial independence is not one of deprivation or endless sacrifice. It's one of mindful choices, conscious spending, and deliberate alignment with your life's vision. It's about having the freedom to choose how you spend your time and resources, whether that's dedicating time to relationships, pursuing passions, or creating impact. The true wealth in life is not measured by the size of your bank account, but by the richness of your experiences, the depth of your relationships, and the sense of fulfillment that arises from living in alignment with who you truly are. As you reflect on the journey you've just taken, it's important to remember that financial freedom does not happen overnight. It's a gradual process, one that requires discipline, patience, and self-awareness. But every small step you take toward aligning your financial life with your values brings you closer to a life of abundance. It is a process of becoming, of moving from a life driven by external pressures and societal expectations to a life driven by internal purpose, clarity, and freedom. The path to financial independence is not a linear one, and there will be challenges along the way. But each obstacle is an opportunity for growth, for deeper self-understanding, and for refining your approach to money and life. It's about cultivating resilience, practicing mindfulness, and staying true to your values, even when the world around you pulls you in different directions. Ultimately, reclaiming your money is about reclaiming your life. It's about finding balance between work and play, between saving and spending, between having and being. The more you align your financial choices with your deeper purpose, the more you will experience a life that feels abundant, not in terms of material wealth, but in terms of joy, freedom, and fulfillment. The choice is yours. Will you continue to live life on autopilot, letting money dictate your decisions? Or will you take control, reclaim your power, and design a life that reflects your true values? The journey to financial freedom is yours to take. And with every step you take toward it, you will find not just wealth, but a life of freedom, purpose, and joy. You are the architect of your future, and the life of abundance you seek is waiting for you to step into it. The time for transformation is now. Your money or your life.